Lights, camera, action. Let's start the show. Here's a little bit of wedding advice from me to help your love story unfold. Welcome back, lovebirds! This is your wedding series, and I am your content creator. Oh my goodness, we've been planning your wedding for quite a bit at this point. As you guys can see, we are now in season 3. And you guys know how much I like to play games, so we usually play this game called Keep It or Leave It, but in today's episode, we're taking a quiz. Yeah, I know a lot of you are like, no, I don't like tests, I don't want to do this, I don't want to take a quiz. Make sure that you both are in the room, both of you lovebirds, both of you fiancés are in the room, and we are going to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to take a love language quiz. Welcome to season 3, episode 19. I am very excited. Guys, it's been really jamming over here. If you missed season 1, we talked all about how to build those finances starting at age 14, how you can start planning a wedding at 14 years old. I know. And then we fast forward into the age in which you got engaged, which is different for everybody. And that was the beginning of your engagement era, and that was in season 2. But now we're in season 3, and we're just rocking and rolling each and every day. We've got different things to plan for this wedding, okay? And it's just setting you off on the right foot because it's hard to do this by ourselves. But when you feel like you've got a little planning buddy alongside of you, it makes it a little bit easier. You can even send me emails I am here for you, okay? And you can even be on your wedding series podcast. I'll tell you how you can be on the show with me at the end, okay? Most of you already know who've been watching, but you know how I like to do it. We save it until the end. So here we go. Let's talk about the love language quiz. Now, you're probably going to have to grab a piece of paper and a pen or some kind of tablet where you can type in your answers to the quiz so that we can tally everything up at the end. Yes, guys, it's a real quiz. It's a real quiz. It is pretty awesome. It is pretty amazing. I'm so excited for this. I have been waiting for this episode. I could not wait until we got to this episode. So, let's talk about love language. So, it's important for all couples to understand their love language, right? Especially for engaged couples. And especially for engaged couples who've been dating for marriage the right way, meaning they've been courting each other in group settings. So dating in group settings with family and mentors. They weren't out here just courting each other, being alone, they weren't crossing boundaries, right? So it's especially for these engaged couples to understand each other's love language so that they can have more of a deeper connection emotionally and mentally as they go into beginning of their marriage, right? To just get to understand each other and what each other's love language is, what is love to them, right? So what is love to you individually? Now you may already say, well, I know what love is, I know how I want to be loved, and I know how I love others. But have you ever taken a quiz on it? Have you ever taken a quiz on it? This was one of my favorite parts of our marriage counseling, and I didn't even know that they were going to have us do this, but I was like, oh my gosh, how fun! This is really great. And we got to find out things about ourselves, and it was really cool because we ended up matching the same love language. So, equally yoked and all that good stuff. Oh, so great. Let's jump into this, you guys. It's going to be fun. So go ahead. I've stalled enough for you to go ahead and grab your paper and pen or a tablet. So, the digital tablet or laptop or something. Maybe you're even sitting in front of your computer. That's fine too. But you can pause along the way as I ask each question. I'll take a beat. And you can pause and then you can put your answers down, okay? So here we go. Let's talk about first what the 5 love languages are. Do you even know what they are? Ooh, you should pause the video right now and see if you know what they are. Quiz yourself. Pause the video Do you know what the 5 love languages are without looking them up on the ridiculous internet that gives you all the answers and spoils it? Do you know what they are? Okay, you can unpause the video. Let's go ahead and talk about what each of them are. The 5 love languages defined. The first one is going to be words of affirmation. This is going to be expressing the love through verbal acknowledgments, compliments, and words of appreciation. So this love language, when it comes to words of affirmation, this is the person that likes to be told, you're so pretty, you're so smart, you look so great today, oh my gosh, you smell good. They like words of affirmation, things that are positive about them. They want you to be spitting out these positive things to them. So just be thinking about that. We're going to go through the rest of them. But the first one that we went over is words of affirmation. Is that your love language? The second love language is going to be acts of service, demonstrating love by performing helpful activities or tasks that ease your partner's responsibilities. So this one is really good too. When we think about acts of service, we usually think about people who like feed the homeless through their church and charity and people who do things like that, right? Or people who may clean, you know, without getting paid. Like they do these acts of services. They're just services. And so maybe they might clean like the activity center or a church building, and they're not getting paid anything to do that, to be basically like a janitor, right? There's all different kinds of acts of services. You guys understand. But when it comes to the relationship, I don't think that a lot of people think about this. This includes, like they said, responsibilities, helping out with chores out of nowhere, right? So a lot of people think that the woman's supposed to do all of the work at home by herself. And you guys see me going like that, right? And that's because that's just not true. The gentleman can also help. It's a lot of work at home to be done, keeping the house clean and kept, and all the cooking. It's a lot of work. On top of being the main one to raise the children because the husband is working, right? But that doesn't mean that he can't help out at home. So is your language, helping to do those household responsibilities? Or maybe if the lady is out driving the car one day, she just goes heads and she gets like the oil change instead of waiting for him to go and get the oil changed at the shop. So these are all things to be thinking about when it comes to the acts of service. So that was love language number 2. Let's go into love language number 3. Receiving gifts. Showing love through thoughtful gifts that reflect consideration and effort. I pause here for a minute because many people would say that their love language is receiving gifts and giving gifts. That's what they would say. Because people like to receive presents. People like to receive things. People like things. I'm looking at my dress because it's so pretty! 6 years later, still love my dress. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gown. So, where was I? I got distracted by the glitz and glam. But, yeah, so this is going to be the receiving of gifts. Is that your love language? Is that what you do as well? Are you a person who likes to give gifts? Right now we're going to be focusing more on like how you like to receive love, but you could also kind of like interchange this to be like this is also how you give, but maybe they're not the same for you. So let's keep going. Love language number 4. And remember, we are going to be taking a quiz to assess these things. So I know you're thinking about it right now, but don't write down anything right now unless you're just kind of making a few little notes on the definitions of these. Number 4, the love language of quality time. Giving undivided attention to your partner, your loved one. Engaging in meaningful activities together. So this is the giving of time. Spending time with each other in the way of activities and just loving on each other and caring for one another, maybe going on trips together. There are some couples who just really, really like to travel. I know that that's our story. They like to be adventurous even in their own city and like check everything out. They're not homebodies. And that would define us very well. We like to get out there, we like to explore, and we love spending time together. We're each other's best friend. So that love language it's a unique one because I don't think that people realize that spending time is a form of like love, because it is. It is. Okay? Number 5, the love language of physical touch. This is going to be expressing affection through physical contact, such as holding hands, hugging, or gentle touches. So obviously, as an engaged couple who's been dating for marriage the right way, you definitely are not doing this, okay? This is not what you're doing right now. We're talking about who you are, like, as a person and how you show love as a person, right? So it doesn't mean that you're going back to assess how you guys have been in the relationship thus far, because these 3 things should not have been in there: holding hands, hugging, and gentle touches, right? We're dating for marriage the right way, and we're waiting for that first kiss on the altar. We're waiting to hold hands, after we say I do, right? So, with that said, you just, we're talking about how you usually are. Like, are you a person that likes to hug people? Do you like to give hugs, like, to your family and friends? Do you like to put your hand on their shoulder? I know people that are like that. They, whenever they're talking, they're like, oh, sugar. And, they'll touch your shoulder or something like that. Like, they like to have, like, that gentle touch, and it's just the way that they show love. Now, the person receiving that on the other end may not be that kind of person that likes to receive love in that way. They may not like your gentle touch. They may not want you hugging them. You guys know what I'm saying here. There are people who that's not their love language, so they prefer that, like, you didn't do that. And so it's important that right now, as an engaged couple who's been dating for marriage the right way, that we start getting to learn this about each other. You see why this quiz is so important? It's because, like, I've actually known people, this is like truth of the truth, I've met people that they did not like being hugged. They did not like for you to hug them. They don't like for you to touch their shoulder. Don't touch them. Don't pat them on the head. Don't do that. They do not want that, okay? That's not their love language. And I often wondered, like, well, how are they going to get married? Because, like, marriage, like, you're going to be very close to each other. You're going to be affectionate towards one another, right? But as you can see, there's 5 different love languages. And just because they don't like being touched or held or hugged and things like that, they don't like for their hands to be held, it doesn't mean that they don't have a strength in the other love language and show love that way and like to have love received that way. So I definitely was like confused when I like met these type of people, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what are they gonna do? Like, what are they really gonna do? Because, like, that's scary. But there's other forms of ways to show love. They have a different love language, okay? And so that's all right. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong. All right. So let's keep going. Those are our 5 love languages defined, okay? So now let's get into this customized love language quiz. Are you guys ready? Okay. Hopefully you guys are ready. This is for engaged couples. You lovebirds out there, so it's for you. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go through 10 questions. So we only are doing 10 today. We might do a part 2 of this if everyone is on board and they want to do a part 2. You just have to let me know in the comments that you want a part 2. But right now, this is where we're at. We're doing 10 questions for this quiz. Okay? And it's going to be designed, like what we talked about, to help couples, especially those who have been dating in a guided, like, courtship. So they've had their mentor couples, they've had their family with them, and they haven't been meeting alone, right? So this is probably going to be the first time that many couples are going to get to, like, understand each other's love language is through this quiz. But that's good. That is really, really good. Okay. All right, so let's see how we are going to do this. Let's see how I've set this up. For each statement, for each question, you are going to rate how strongly you agree with what has been stated, okay? And this is how you're going to rate it. 1 is going to be strongly agree. 1, strongly agree. So each time I ask a question, you're going to put the number 1 if you strongly agree. You're going to put the number 2 if you are neutral. Like, not really sure if you agree or disagree. It's like you're just neutral, right? And you're going to put the number 3 if you strongly disagree. You just, this is not you. This is not what you want to receive for your love. This is not it, okay? This is not it. So, 1, strongly agree. 2, neutral. 3, strongly disagree, okay? So that's how you're going to rate each of these questions. All right, for real now. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Question number 1. Words of affirmation. I feel most loved when my partner praises me in front of other people. Question number 1. Words of affirmation. I feel most loved when my partner praises me in front of other people. Put a 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Question number 2. Acts of service. I feel appreciated when my partner assists me with tasks without being asked. Let me repeat it. Number 2, acts of service. I feel appreciated when my partner assists me with tasks without being asked. So this can include like planning the wedding and stuff like that each of you have been involved, and you feel so great that you didn't even have to ask and that person wanted to be involved. So that could be a great example of that. 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Question number 3. Receiving gifts. Receiving a surprise gift from my partner makes me feel cherished. Let's repeat it. Number 3, receiving gifts. Receiving a surprise gift from my partner makes me feel cherished. You strongly agree? Put a 1. Put 2 for neutral, and put the number 3 for strongly disagree. Question number 4. Quality time. Spending uninterrupted time together strengthens our bond. Question number 4. Quality time. Spending uninterrupted time together strengthens our bond. 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Remember, you guys can pause the video if you need to. Number 5, physical touch. I feel connected when we hold hands during a walk. Number 5, physical touch. I feel connected when we hold hands during a walk. Number 1, strongly agree. Number 2, neutral. And number 3, strongly disagree. Now with this question, number 5, with the physical touch, obviously if you've been dating for marriage the right way and you've been with your mentor couples, you may not be holding hands during a walk. You may have been, but a lot of couples that are really, really trying their hardest to date for marriage the right way would not be holding hands. They just wouldn't. It just, increases endorphins and hormones get to go all crazy, and so they just refrain from that. So for this question, you could think about, whenever you do get to hold hands when you were younger with your parents, was that something that you actually really liked? Like, you strongly agree with that statement? Was it something that you just don't, you don't really care either way? Or you put a number 3 for strongly disagree. You just really hate it whenever they held your hand. I know that my niece, we didn't know this, but she doesn't like touch. And we didn't know that. And so we were always touching her when she was little and trying to hold her hand, and especially across the street. And she didn't want you to hold her hand. She would pull her hand away from you so quickly. And we didn't understand. Well, that wasn't her love language. She did not like to be touched, you see? So there's that. Number 6. Let's keep going. Words of affirmation. Hearing I love you frequently is important to me. Words of affirmation. Hearing I love you frequently is important to me. Put a 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Number 7, acts of service. I feel valued when my partner takes care of errands for me. Number 7, acts of service. I feel valued when my partner takes care of errands for me. 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Number 8, receiving gifts. Thoughtful gifts on special occasions make me feel special. Number 8, receiving gifts. Thoughtful gifts on special occasions make me feel special. Put 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Number 9, quality time engaging in shared activities enhances our relationship. Number 9, quality time. Engaging in shared activities enhances our relationship. 1 for strongly agree, 2 for neutral, and 3 for strongly disagree. Here we go. The last question, number 10, physical touch. A comforting hug from my partner makes my day better. Physical touch, number 10. A comforting hug from my partner makes my day better. Alright, you guys, so look over your quiz. You should have a number, either 1, 2, or 3 for each question. If you need a question repeated, go back now, pause the video, rewind, and watch again before we get to scoring, okay? Because we're about to score the quiz. So take a moment, look over each one, make sure that you have a number there, and now we're going to score your quiz. To determine your primary love language. Here we go! Ah! Okay, are you getting excited? I'm getting excited. Okay, I gotta calm down. Alright? Words of affirmation. Add up your scores for questions 1 and 6. So go back and look and see what numbers you put down for question number 1 and question number 6. Add those two together and put words of affirmation. Okay, so words of affirmation, and then put your score number right there from questions number 1 and 6. Acts of service. Add up your scores for questions 2 and 7. So go back and look at questions number 2 and 7. Take those scores, add them up, and then you're going to have acts of service and put that number. Receiving gifts. Add up your scores for questions 3 and 8. So go back and look at questions 3 and 8 and add up your scores. And this is for receiving gifts, and then put that number. Quality time. Add your scores for questions 4 and 9. So go back and look at questions 4 and 9, add those up. You're going to put quality time, you're going to put that number. Physical touch. Add scores for questions 5 and 10. So go back and look at questions 5 and 10, add them up. You're going to put physical touch and put that number. The love language with the lowest total score indicates your primary love language. This is your main love language. This is the way that you like to receive love. Okay, this is it. And then you're going to go look at, okay, so that also means that you strongly agreed with the statements as well. Okay, now you're going to look at whatever you scored the highest on, like the highest score out of those 5 love languages, and this is the one that you like strongly disagreed. This is not your love language at all. So look at those lower scores as well. But definitely take note of that main, like, strongly agree score, okay? Those ones with the lowest numbers, that is going to be your primary love language, because those had, like, you know, you would have been putting a 1 down if you strongly agreed, remember? All right. The importance of the love language in marriage. Why did we do all of this? So you are engaged right now and you are going to be married, right? You're lovebirds. You guys are so excited. You're in your engagement era and you are going to get married. It's important to know your love language. It's important to know how you like to receive love. But it's also important to know how you like to give love, right? So this also can be an insight into that as well, right? So it's just a really, really fun way of getting a chance to really take the time out for a couple to get to see these things, because they may not know. They just really may not know. And maybe you're constantly giving that person gifts and they're not excited about it. They're not, that's just not what they want. They don't like things. They don't want stuff. They don't want you spending money. Like, you just never know. And so they don't want you doing that. And I know that, like, it can be uncomfortable for people who don't give a gift back. Like, that's not their love language, is to give gifts. And so if that one person is always giving them gifts, they feel like, well, this is not how I want to be loved. And they're going to be expecting a gift back. And so now they feel like really, really sad because they don't go out and buy gifts. Like, that's not their love language. And so they don't want to give you a gift. It's not that they don't love you, but they show love in a different way. You see? So I hope this is making sense to you guys, that, like, not everybody is the same. Not everyone likes receiving gifts. Not everyone likes receiving hugs or holding hands or tons of kisses or PDA. But then there are people who love public displays of affection. They love for you to display your love in front of the world and each other. They love it behind closed doors. They love it in person. They're just like, woo, love. You know what I mean? And so, but then if you're with somebody who doesn't like that, but yet you're like that, oh man, you just got to figure out how we're gonna do this. How we're gonna, we gotta we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do, because if you love doing that and they don't want to receive that, you see where I'm going here? It can be quite uncomfortable. Or if you're waiting for them to be affectionate with you, and yet that's not how they show love, once again, that's going to be very, very tricksy. That's going to be very, very tricksy. Not saying that you guys can't figure it out. Not saying you guys can figure it out, because you definitely can figure it out, right? But now this is going to give you some insight into how you guys show love. How you show love, how you want to receive love, all the love. All the love, right? So let's keep going here. We have to understand that this is going to be a way, like an insight into marriage, but it's not the perfect rubric. Things could change once you're married. There are people that get married who really weren't into affection from anyone ever, but then they get married and things change literally once they say I do. And so you're like, wow, that's interesting, like I'm really glad for her or glad for him, because like I tell you guys, I was like very concerned about those people. I was like, oh my gosh. But I know that they do show love in a different way. Let's go back to the gift thing. I know that like people who like to receive gifts and then they don't receive a lot of gifts from other people, even though they're giving gifts, they feel like, oh, they must not love me because they didn't give me a gift. I've actually heard someone say this before, and I cringed. I was like, what? What do you mean he must not love you because he didn't give you a gift? And that's how they felt. That's how they feel, that person never ever gives them a gift, and so they must not love them. Do you think that to be true? That's definitely not true. That's very silly thinking. It's very naive thinking. It's very immature thinking, because it's not true. I'm sure that person is showing you love in one of the other forms, but you're not recognizing it because you don't realize that there's other ways to show love. I'm pretty sure that person is showing you love in one of those other forms, okay? It's not just gift giving, and it's not just affection. Okay? Words of affirmation, time. Quality time is really good. That's a really, 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 really good one, okay? Words of affirmation are really, really great too. But a lot of people may not see that as showing love. They're just like, oh, they're just saying nice things. Oh, big whoop, And then they never give you a gift, and so you're like, well, they don't love me. Like, oh my goodness, it's terrible. That is terrible. Okay, let's keep going here. This resource that we've gone through today on the love language, it's definitely going to help all engaged couples to have a little bit of insight. Just a little. And then when you get married, you guys will see how this will shape and form ever more so, like we said, okay? You'll see how it will form ever more so. Now, I don't want you going out and trying to test all of these things right now in the relationship as an engaged couple who's dating for marriage the right way. Please don't go out and, start holding hands, kissing, hugging, gentle touches and all that just so you can see, oh, is that my love language? No. Just wait till you get married. Just wait till you get married. This isn't giving you, the go ahead and to break all the boundaries out. No, don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. We're at the Be My Guest segment, and I, as your content creator, here on your Wedding Series podcast, I am looking for guests to be on the show with me. Remember, we mentioned this at the beginning, the top of the episode, where I said that you could actually be right here with me. We will do a video call together if we are a good fit. I'll send you some interview questions over first, and then we will do a video call. I'll record it and then share it right here on the podcast so that other people that are getting married can have a little help with all this too when it comes to planning. Trust me, storytelling helps others to do better when it comes to things that they are doing in their life. And planning a wedding is a huge one. So you are going to be helping a lot of people by coming on the show and sharing your story. So if you have taken the love language quiz or you enjoyed taking this love language quiz, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what was your favorite question in there. Was there something that really surprised you? Was the outcome shocking to you to hear that, like, your fiance, love language was this and then your love language was that? Did they match up together or were they completely separate? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This, like I told you guys, is one of my favorite episodes. I get excited about all the episodes, but this one specifically because I just love love, right? So that's why we're doing this whole thing. I just love love. And so I wanted to get to share something like this. And I don't think that a lot of people, care that much to, think about taking a love language quiz before they get married. And I think that they should. I really do think that they should. I think that they should consider it. And I do think that it's an important step before you get married. And then you can do it again once you get married. You can do it on your honeymoon or a year in. Maybe make it an anniversary game every single anniversary or something and see how it's changed. Maybe it's not the same. Maybe your love language changes over time now that you're with each other in marriage, right? So I hope that you will want to come on and share how you thought the love language quiz was. Maybe you took a different love language quiz or test and you want to share that as well. I want to hear from you. If you want to be on the series, just send me an email at yourcontentcreator@yahoo.com. And you guys know what I'm about to say. You already know. You already know what I'm about to say. That's the end of the episode, lovebirds. I will see you in the next one. Bye, lovebirds.
Lights, camera, action, baby, strike a pose. Phones and cameras out, just watch it all unfold. We're the stars of the show, ain't no need for filters. Living life through the lens, capturing our breath. Put away your phones and cameras, let the good times roll. Our content creators got it all under control. From weddings to events, parties, travel and brands, we're living the paparazzi life. It's all in our hands. Lights, camera, action, we're ready to go. We're professionals, don't you already know? From TikTok to Instagram, we're taking the lead. Content creator, we're planting the seed. Get ready for the social media explosion.